So I think we can start. I just need to do some, I hope you can hear me. It's morning. I will be very, very, very fast, but I'll also try to make sure that everything is aligned and in order. I don't know, let us start with AUDUSD. AUDUSD. Once you get here, please kindly like the video, share the video, so that we try to reach as many people within few minutes as we prepare to go to church. As we prepare to go to church, to church, to church, to church. Okay. All right, let's get right into it. So we are doing a top-down analysis for tomorrow. We do a top-down analysis for tomorrow, and the goal is to do what? To see that we at least have something that will guide us tomorrow. So let us start with this. This is AUDUSD. This is AUDUSD. As always, when doing top down, we start with the monthly. We come to the monthly and try to get a perspective of what is happening. Okay, all right. So if I look at this, what I can see is that we have been in an up trend. Sorry, this is an up trend because we've been printing. This is a lower low. Okay, this is a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so we are expecting to print a lower high. This was just you see this wicking here, that was just a sweep of liquidity there, and so I don't think really that we've changed to a downtrend. I think we are still in an uptrend. And so what we are doing here is to, if you look at this, if we use a gun box and measure this from that high to this low, you can see that this low here was not taken, or this low here was not broken with with a body. It was just a wick here, and then the market still continues to go up. So we continue something like this, something like this, something like this, and then we come and take this high over here. We come and take that high over there. So we've seen our buyers. We've seen our buyers in the monthly, because this is a BOS. That's a BOS there. And so we are looking to buy this market in the monthly. We are looking to buy. Actually, I don't think there is anything else remaining here. But let me see. We have an order block here. This is the monthly order block that has been respected now 2 times. And we have a week here. You see this week here. And a week produces two trades, one at the base, another one at 50%. So, what I would be expecting here is that before this market moves up, because this is the week that has the money, because it broke, it took all the liquidity from this side. It took the liquidity from this side. So I would mark this as my monthly POI. Okay, because as you can see, the base has already been mitigated now twice. The base has been mitigated twice. So I'll take this as my monthly POI and just leave it like that. So I expect when the market comes back, I expect a pullback up. If that will ever happen this month or maybe after 6 months. So we have two things here. Number one, we know that this market is bullish, but we know that the ultimate buy will come from this area. And so this is liquidity that should be taken out. You see that low? That low is liquidity. It is liquidity that should be taken out. This is AUD USD. AUD USD. Okay, so we know that this liquidity will be taken out. So we have a scenario here. Because what I believe is that it is possible for this market to come to this POI here. There's another block here. We've got another block here. Okay, we've got another block here, and so this is a sell order block. So you'd expect that this market, before it comes and takes this liquidity, the market can do something like this and then continue to buy. So we have a bias right now that this market will buy until where we have our sell order block. It then sells to our monthly POI, and then what happens? We continue to push up. Okay, what is this for? Okay, this is the, so let's go to the weekly and see what is happening here. Let's go to the weekly and see what is happening here. So if we've seen from the monthly, we are saying that we expect this market to come to this POI, take from this POI, because this will be taken out. You see this one? and it already took this liquidity here, or this is the order block that was mitigated before this buy is happening. Okay, that is the order block that was mitigated. So here in the weekly, we come and refine our entry. Again, you can see that our POI has been mitigated once at the base, so we expect it to be mitigated at the 50%. So we will come and refine this one to here. So the base has been mitigated, so we look at that mitigation at the 50%. So that is where we refine our entry into. So you can keep that there just to. So we cannot look for any major buys until this one is taken out. Okay, until this one is taken out. So when the market comes in our area here, all we have to see is something like this. The market taps, moves up, comes, moves up, then comes, then moves. Okay, this is what we call the confirmation entry. Confirmation entry. Look at this. This is you can call this a change of character or a BOS. That's a change of character. Okay, this is what we call a stop hunt. Okay, this is what we call inducement. You see this? This is what we call inducement. So this move here, from here to here, that is inducement. So the market now comes, takes from our QML level, which is around this place. That's our QML. And then what happens? We expect the major buy. But what should happen before this move? What should happen is that we have a swing high here. I want you to look at this. Remember, we are bullish. In the monthly. We are bullish. So we need to know where is this market coming to, because in the weekly, as you can see, this is clearly a downtrend. Okay, this is clearly a downtrend. We have a BOS here, and we have another BOS here. So that is why it is good to build your bias from the higher time frame. We have another BOS here. Okay, so why is this happening? So that tells you that this one is a strong high. You see this? For now, this one is a strong high. The reason it's a strong high is because it broke this structure, retraced here. This was a retracement, broke the structure again to the downside. Okay, so that is why I have marked this as my point of interest. That is why I have marked that as my point of interest. So I'm expecting when the market comes and taps into that area, we now expect the market to come to our monthly POI here, and then we can look for buys. we can look for buys. So let's see the price action, what has been happening here. What has been happening here, so that we know whether we are in the right place. Okay, so we were doing an uptrade here from this point, uptrade, uptrade. The market came here. You see that? So if you look at this, the market has not printed any other higher high. What the market did was to take out this previous low. Okay, this previous low here was because all this move I could have maybe minimized now to these small moves. I hope you get that. So we had a change here, a change of character there. And so the market is now printing what? The market is now printing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. This is building liquidity. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. All this price action here. All this price action, price action, price action. So this now becomes our last trading range. This one from here to here. Do you know why? The reason that is our last trading range from here to here. And remember, we've already said that this one is a strong high. It's a strong low, sorry. So we do not expect that this one can be taken out. We do not expect that that one can be taken out. So what do we expect? We expect, because now we need to look at what is happening here. From here to here. From there to here. What is happening is the market continues with its thing, lower high, lower low, lower high, did not create. All this was inducement moves, all this, and then it came to from this area here, and then printed at this lower low. So that means from here to here, this was our trading range because it was not broken. That one. Let me remove this so that our chart is clean. Okay. That is why this market came, took from this premium price. So it came and created this relative equal highs here, which is liquidity. This one here, which is liquidity. And that is why you see the moment it was taken out, the market continues to move down. If you can look at this, every time the market is going up, there's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of struggle. The reason that is happening is because we are in a downtrend until we get to our monthly POI. Our monthly POI. So we want to look at, do we have any other POI above this one? This our POI that has not been retested yet. This one here. Do we have any? None. None. So we can confidently work with this PY. Now I want you also to look at this, because we need to see whether the market took from a premium price, which it did, but it created these relative equal highs. It created that relative equal highs, that one. So that means it is possible for our PY not to be respected, and the market comes, takes this liquidity, and then it takes from a PY around here. So because we will be doing a confirmation entry, what we need to do is to come and look at whether we have any liquidity. Look whether we have any liquidity, and if the market was to come up, where would it come up to? Where would it come up to? These are just relative equal highs. Relative equal highs. We have a PY here, but from where I sit now, from where I sit and how I see the market, I don't think it has any reason to come up here. I really do not think so. I really seriously do not think so. But now we need to check whether our order block here is valid. Yes, we have this inverted fair value gap here. We have that inverted fair value gap, and then it took out this liquidity. You see, it took out that liquidity, and then it broke structure. It broke structure. It broke structure. This is the move that broke this structure here. This one. That is the move that broke that structure. So for me, this is a valid order block. This is a valid order block, and it's an order block that will last. It's an order block that will last. So what we'll be expecting is the same thing. We look for the market taps, comes down, taps again, comes down, takes from our QML level here, and then we continue to sell. So that is what I'll be looking at. I think I can delete this now. So let us see what will be happening now in our daily time frame. So we agree that in our weekly time frame, and so what we can do now is try to get our last trading range in the weekly time frame. Our last trading range, which is this low here and this high here. Okay, that is our last trading range, because if you can look at this, there was a break of market structure here. That is our last trading range. Okay, so we need to know that already this market has already taken from a PY here, this one, and that is why we are having this buy. That is why we have this buy. Okay, so ours is, we will try to look for an opportunity to buy this market to around this area. Okay, and if you look at this order flow, this has been an uptrend. Sorry, it has been an uptrend. There has been an uptrend. So let's go to the daily and see what is happening. So we've already established that this is where we are moving to. If you look at this week, if you look at this week here, this one, which was I think the last low, the last swing low. If you look at this, so there is a possibility. There's a possibility of this week being mitigated at the 50%, but because we've already said that this move from here to here is our last trading range, and we don't expect that this move will be taken out until we get to our POI. And what the market is actually doing is to create what we call trade line liquidity. Okay, this one, this is what we call trade line liquidity. Trade line liquidity. That is what we call trade line liquidity. So here is our POI. Here is our POI. But I think we can try to do some refinement here. We can try to do some refinement here. So I think this is a good place to start. This is a good place to start here, and I expect it is possible that this can be weaked. This can be weaked because this is not a strong POI. It's not a strong POI because it has not protected its lows. But we see that it took out this liquidity here. That liquidity was taken out. That liquidity was taken out, and then it has an FVG, which I think all this reaction is coming from FVG. And if you use your gun box, you will see that FVG has been mitigated twice. Okay, at the base here, and at 50%. And I've told people how you trade myself, I don't trade FVG, but how you trade FVG, it's the same thing. It is the same thing. If you take a long position from the base here, and then your stop loss at 50%, and then you target maybe the previous highs, or I don't know, just something. You can target the previous highs, or just target something, okay. You will not be stopped out. And then the second trade, when the market comes down, will be from the 50%. 50%. What is the stop loss? Is at 100%. And as you can see, you cannot be stopped out. Can you look at this? Once you take the trade from the base, and then your stop loss at 50%, you will not be stopped. Once you take now the second trade, once the market comes down, you take the second trade from the 50%, okay, from the 50%, stop loss where? At at the 100%, you won't be stopped out. You won't be stopped out. If your target is right, that is. If your target is right. Your target has to be right. So this FVG has already been mitigated completely. The FVG has already been mitigated. If the market comes down, which I believe it will, to take out all this liquidity, if it come, it will come up, take out this liquidity, and then continue to move up. And this is the move that I believe will take out this high. This is the move that will take out this high. Okay, so that remains our bias for tomorrow. That remains our bias for tomorrow. So we can come here and try to refine it, which I don't think it's something I will do. Okay, where is that our POI now? Where is our POI? POI. So we call this by POI. This is our by POI. So we will refine this maybe in the hourly time frame, but that is not today, of course. That is tomorrow. That is tomorrow. I don't understand why I cannot see that POI here. My God, I cannot see our and this looks like liquidity that was not taken. Was this thing filled 100%? No, it was not filled 100%. So that's a good sign that the market can be buying tomorrow. I don't know how I cannot see how I cannot see the time frame, the 4 hours time frame. But yeah, that is what we will be trying to do tomorrow. That so this buy POI looks like it's too small. We've refined it too much. We have refined it too much, but it doesn't matter. So I think that is all I'll be waiting for in the AUD USD. Because of time, people need to go to church. Let us look at what will happen with the Euro USD. Euro USD. Let me just put this analyzing. Okay. So this is Euro USD. Euro USD. Analyze. Okay. Euro USD. I had tried to mark some things here when I was doing my back testing. Here. So if we start with the monthly, Euro USD, we start with monthly. What do we see here? We see that we are in a clear uptrend. This is an uptrend here. We look at this. This is what we've been doing. So all this move is to come to a PY, then continue pushing up. Okay, then we continue pushing up. So we need to come to the monthly and ask ourselves, where do we have our trading range? In the monthly, this one remains to be our trading range in the monthly now. So if that is the case, then where is our POI? Where is our POI? You see that this liquidity was taken out here. That liquidity was taken out there, which I believe that should be our QML level. Can you look at that? That should be our QML level. QML level. You see that in the monthly. That is in the monthly now. So if you look at this, we have some liquidity here. Which should be taken out before the main move. What is below that liquidity? What is below that liquidity? We have FVG here that was retested, and then we have something here. We have this order block here. Now look at this order flow. Look at this order flow here. This order block, okay, this one was retested by this order block. Okay, this order block, if you look at this, or that move was retested by this order block. So was this order block retested? Not really. Not really. So that means this becomes our valid order block. This becomes our valid order block. Okay. So we expect that monthly order block. We expect that before the market moves up, the liquidity has already been taken. We look at this. If you look at this one here, the liquidity has already been taken out. So, and it is in our QML level. So there are two things that can happen here. Two things that I am seeing happening. One, once you look at this is a very valid order block. You see this? Because the law has been protected in both sides, this side and this side. Okay. Number two, it is in our QML, what we call Quasimodo level. It is in our QML. So, and because this thing has happened here, if you look at this, we have this is stop hand. We have okay, so this is what I'll be expecting. This is what I'll be expecting. That if the market takes this high, that previous high, this market will never come back here. Okay, I hope we understand that logic. If this market takes out this high, it will never come back here. But what I completely agree and what will happen is that this market will come, take from that area, okay, take a PY from that area like this, and then it comes here, then we start looking for all buys now. Okay, that is what I am seriously expecting. But I also need to look at something. Before I make that decision. What is that thing? We had our last trading range here. All this move that broke structure here. Okay, so we need to know, let me remove this. We need to know, did the market take from the premium price? It did, because this is the area it took out from. Can you see that? That was the premium area. That means that this move is highly probable. This is how we create our bias. This move is highly probable because this order block was mitigated by this order block, and this one was mitigated by this. So this order block, which is very strong, came and did what? Came and broke structure here. But I need to know, and it did take liquidity. It did. If you look at that liquidity was taken out. That liquidity was taken out. That was taken out. Okay. So, what do we expect? What do we expect? We expect that this market will first come here. Okay. It will first come here, take a PY from here, and then continue to move below. Now, if you look at this, because the other pair we looked at is the AUDUSD, it is almost the same thing, almost the same bias, okay? Almost the same bias. So, all this is liquidity. All this then becomes liquidity. Liquidity that will be taken out eventually. Eventually, this will be taken out. So, what do? We currently have a trading range. We currently have a trading range that is the most what do we call it? The most recent trading range. The most recent trading range is this one. And so from this high to this low, and the high is protected. Okay, this is protected high for now. Protected high. That's a protected high for now. Okay, that's a protected high for now. So what do we do? What we do is come to our weekly time frame like this. I think you can remove this, they are too big. We come to our weekly time frame and try to refine our area here. We can try to refine our area here to that. That is our order block there, which is valid. It took up this liquidity with a week. Okay, and then broke structure here, broke the previous low there, and then we have a FVG here. So myself, I don't trade FVG, so there is a possibility I will wait until this FVG is taken out. I'll try to refine in now the hourly blah blah blah, because here we have two FVGs. I mean, we have two trading opportunities here. We have two trading opportunities. One is at the base here. You see that? And if you come and try to investigate what is happening there, you will find out that you have an order block or something. Can you look at this? This is a very good breaker block. Look at that. Look at that. Exactly. So I'll be expecting to take a trade from here and another one from this breaker here. So these are small what now? What do I call it? Like small trading opportunities. Like if you're looking for 20 pips, this is daily. This can even be a lot of pips, even 100 plus, because this is 60 pips, so you can get some few pips there. So we expect that before the market comes here, these two will be a good trading opportunity. You can call that an order block, and you can call this an order block there. Okay, so those two are good trading opportunities. So that means, that very thing means that this move, the move that is happening here, because I looked at it last week and I saw that this is something that is rising like this, and this is giving you all reasons to sell this market. Okay, all reasons to sell this market. So I'll be waiting for this move, this around there, So this will be my first trading opportunity, my second, and then I'll be sure to keep around this trend line liquidity there that is building here. So if I take this move from here, my take profit will be around here, and the same thing. But if I take this from this order block, I can now go down to this area. Okay, that is how you trade this. So that becomes my bias for tomorrow. But let's say we want to look for a trading opportunity tomorrow. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? So from where we are right now, you can see that we only are looking for buying opportunities. Now, can you see how these things align? We did AUD, now it is EURUSD, and the same buyers, the same buyers. That is what we are expecting. That is what we are expecting from tomorrow, because we want this move to come to here. This will be the first one that will come here. You see, like these ones. If you follow this move here, what is happening here, you will find that most of them are taking from the 0%, 50%, 0%, 50%, almost all of them. Almost all of them. This is Euro USD. Euro USD. Euro USD. Euro USD. Euro USD. If you can, please like this video. If you can like this video. So, have you seen this bias here? So, let's ask ourselves, let us ask ourselves, what do we now expect that will happen from tomorrow? This one move here can take a month. You see this one move from here to here can take even a month, because this is the daily time frame. Yeah, you see all this. It can maybe a month or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. So we need to try and look for a trading opportunity from around here. But remember, the market must keep leaving this it must keep leaving this liquidity, this trend line liquidity, because this is what will move the market once the market gets to our areas of interest. To our areas of interest. So we had a BOS here. We had a BOS here, like that. We had a BOS there. And what moved that BOS was this this thing here. So I think this becomes a very good POI for us to look for buys. So in case this market wants to sell, it cannot sell past that area. So this becomes a buy POI, a small buy POI. Okay, small buy POI. But for the sake of not confusing you, let us leave that for now, and we come to our weekly POI and see where can we get a POI? Where can we get a POI? So if this was our last trading range, this one here, from here to here, we need to know if the market took from this area, where exactly did it take from? Where exactly did it take that? Okay, we have, this is not exactly an order block. This is what we call a supply zone. No, a demand zone. There, that's a demand zone. So the market could have taken from that demand zone, because that is the demand zone that broke structure here. Okay, this is the demand zone that broke structure here. But I don't know, I still feel like this market, because if you look at the previous, what caused the demand zone was this FBG. it was this FVG here. Look at this FVG here. Okay, and this FVG, the base has been mitigated twice. This one's and another one time. So from where I sit, I expect that this market should take from this area. So let us mark this area as a good point of interest, such that we expect in the future, the market, if this market, because it is printing some lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Oh, look at this. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So we expect that this market will take from here and continue going up. So I hope that is well understood. I hope that is well understood, because it has already taken from the base. And if you can look at this move, the base took out this high, so we expect the 50% to take out this high. So then that becomes a very good place to trade from. So can we look at where we are currently, where the market is currently? Because for me, I'm an intraday trader, so we need to look at where is the market currently. It is from this high to this low. Okay, that is our current trading range. Our current. So currently, that is where we are. That is our current trading range. If you can look at this, there was a BOS here. Okay, there was a BOS there. So that becomes our current trading range. Our current trading range. Our current trade. No, it's not there to there. It is from there to here. Okay, because that is the move that broke structure here. So what are we expecting now from this market? If we move this to here, we are expecting that this is the move that will break this structure here. Okay, and if you can look at this, that move is from a premium area. Okay, the market took from this order block here. There is an order block here, that one. That is where the market took this from, and it's from a premium area. So if this is our trading range currently, that is our trading range currently, and we expect that this market here should break this structure. This market here should break this structure. So what do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have here? We're clearly seeing that this market is coming up. We need to know, where is it going up to? Where is it going up to? So what I'm seeing here is that this order block, this one, you see that this order block here, that order block was mitigated by this week here. And so all the money in this trading range is in this week. Okay, this is the week that has all the money, and this week has not been mitigated. This week has not been mitigated. So what do I expect? I expect something like this, that once the market gets to the uh, once the market gets to the 50, not to the base, I expect something like this. I expect something like that. Okay. And then once it gets to the 50%, the same thing applies. So what you can see is that this market can come and maybe get somewhere here. It moves back up again and takes that one like that. Okay. So this is a high probability trade. High probability trade. But I told you, if you can look at this, this market seems like it is creating an uptrend wedge. They call it wedge, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, they call it wedge. So what we should be looking at is how to, instead of trying to, if this market, let me show you something else here, because it's good to be open-minded in the market. It's good to be open-minded in the market, because this is what I'm thinking will happen. This market will come and break this, okay, then retrace to a POI and continue going up. So looks like this is the low, the last low in this trading range. This is the last low in this trading range, and that is why you can see that this previous high was taken out. You see, there was a break of market, there was a change of character here. There was a change of character here. Church. There was a change of character there. Okay. So this tells you that we should be looking for highs, or we should be looking for buys. Okay. We should be looking for buys. So what do we do now? What do we do? We take our last trading range, which is this one, and if you look at this, we are in a discounted price. We are in a discounted price. So we look for opportunities to buy. Let's go to the 4-hour and see what is happening. Let us see what is happening. If you look at down here, we have relative equal lows, and that is the liquidity that the market is building. That is the liquidity that the market is building. So we have a change of character here. Change of character here. The market is already in the what we call the discounted price, but we need to look at what is happening with this FVG here. This FVG here. So let's see whether it has been mitigated at the base and at 50%. So can you look at that? That has been mitigated at the base and at 50%. What does that tell you? This tells you that this move that is happening right now, this move that is happening right now is likely to break this high. Likely, because we are taking that move from the 50% of the FBG, and below that we don't have any other valid order block. below that. We don't have any other valid order block. So this becomes our main order block. Okay, this becomes our main order block. And you can see that this market broke the previous high here. That so it is showing all the signs of buying. All buying signs have been shown here. So what we expect, let me show you this. So this is our current order block here. This one that was also mitigated by this week here. So that makes both this and this weak points. These are weak points. Okay, this one and this one, they cannot be respected. So we can see a retest. It is possible for us to see a retest in the 50%. Okay, let me take this back. Okay, it is possible to see a wick come, take this low, and then continue to go up. It is possible. But now, this one we have to wait, and what we do is to bring that one here, because we need to see this order block taking this liquidity for us to call it a valid order block. Yes, it took this liquidity here. Okay, it took that liquidity there. But this is something I would move with in caution. Okay, in caution. I'm not sure about this order block. I'm not sure. I don't think it will. It will not. The test of time, it will not get there. So I would still be expecting the market to come back here. I would still. So this is what we call a demand zone. This is not literally an order block, because you see it has not respected both sides. So this is what we call a demand zone. A demand zone. This is where buyers entered the market and then they ran with it. Yeah. So this one for me, I would mark this as liquidity. Completely. I would mark that one as liquidity. So we have those two biases, but we know that this is a strong low for now. This one, that one is a strong low, and so what we expect is that the market will take out that high. So we just look for opportunities to buy. We look for opportunities to buy, and those opportunities to buy, things even if this will be weak out there, because the market can come weak this out like this, and then like that, and then starts going up. This is the move I'll be interested in. Yeah, this is the move I'll be interested in. This is the move I'll be interested in. And that is, there is a higher possibility of what I've just told you. Because if you look at this, you see, market came there. So yeah, even this one can be taken out. So we expect the market to come here. So I wouldn't even want to trade this. You see this KPI? I wouldn't want to trade that. I would want to trade this when this has been taken out. Until that is taken out, and this is liquidity, that is when I would want to be involved in this trade. That means I have to look for a POI around this area, and that POI should be after this this liquidity here. After this liquidity has been taken out, and what I can see is demand. Now these are supply zone here. What I can see is that supply zone. So this is a sell, and this is the supply zone that will take out this liquidity. So from this supply zone, if we see something like this, that would be a good place to enter that market. A good place to enter that market. Otherwise, before that happens, I don't think it's a good place to I don't think so. I don't think so. I do not think so. So you can wait for this to materialize, this move here, that move there. You can wait for it to materialize. And yeah, I think that is it with Euro USD. That is it with Euro USD. So this market, we still have to wait for it here. So there is something the market is doing here. While going to that area, this is what the market is doing. So expect the market to come somewhere there like that until it gets to our POI. To our POI there. Until it gets to our POI. So if you want to refine this, you can take this one from that high to this low, like that. And then you know that this high is weak. Okay, this one is a weak high because we are going up. This is a weak high. Okay, this one is a strong low. That one is a strong low. So we expect the market to come and take from maybe this demand zone here. We have a demand zone. We have a demand zone here. The market would come, take from this demand zone, continue to move up like that. Like that. So this is a buy PY in the 4 hours. So what do you expect? You expect something like that. There, around this place. So I will leave this like this. I don't want to refine it further. And then wait for that move tomorrow. Wait for this move tomorrow. And yeah, I think that would be it for today. I think what we've done in the AU and AU is the same concept that is happening here. It's the same concept that is happening with the GU. The same concept that is happening with the GU. Just like we are waiting for a move, just like we are waiting for a move in the kwa EU, what we can see here is that this looks like a weak low, because this market, we have liquidity down here. We have a lot of liquidity down here. So we can anticipate that tomorrow the market will start buying. Where is it buying? Buying towards these areas of liquidity here. So this is what I see in the daily. The daily time frame. This looks like more of a raging market. Okay, this is more of a raging market. You see that area. So this is something we can look for tomorrow. We have support, we have resistance. So the most probable thing is for this market to come down. The most probable is for it to come down. This is GU. The most probable is for this market to come down, because you can see what it has been printing. It was unable to break that high, so it is just coming down. Every move is breaking the previous low. So even this one, it's the same thing. Once it gets here, it go up. This market, by the way, really challenged me last week, because it did not follow my rules. Okay, Monday is supposed to give us our high or low for the week. Tuesday and Wednesday are supposed to give us our low for the week. Okay, but as you can look at this, as you can see, this week has been all sales. It has been all selling, every day selling. And you see, the Wednesday's low was taken. It was taken. The Wednesday's low was taken. So this is something GU, I'm waiting to see how it will trade this week. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting, but all signs are showing that we should be selling. The issue is, I want you to look at this. The issue is, let's say this was our last trading range. From that low, from that high to this low, yeah, the market came and took, yeah, it is selling. This one is just selling, nothing else. Selling, selling, selling until it takes this low. And it is possible the market will come like this, take out these lows with a week and then continue going up. That is very much possible. Very much possible. Very much possible. So let's say we have a trading range here. Okay, makes sense, but I would have expected this to come and take from that area there. So that means this is a very good POI. That's a very good POI. Very good POI for a sale. Very good POI because it is above this liquidity here. It is above this liquidity. We have some liquidity here. So okay, we wait and see what will happen to this coming week. But we have a few biases. We have a few biases. Let me see whether I can see anything in the 4-hour. In the 4-hour, if we take this as our trading range because it's a broke structure, I can see that the market came from a POI just moving down. Okay, so let's see what is our trading range here. Market gap took from I don't think I need this. Took from POI, it's coming down. If we take this as our net trading range, which is still forming because of this, so we expect the market to come and take from a POI here. Let's see whether you can see anything at all. Oh my god, can only see this long wick. Still nothing. But we can try this one here. See that wick here. You can try and make that a POI. You'll see whether it will work anyway. So tomorrow we trade with care. Tomorrow we trade with care. Tomorrow we trade with a lot of care. So we have a trade from the 50%. Let's see whether we can see anything. Okay, yeah, there is a supply zone here. There's a supply zone here, and there's also an order block here. So that looks like a good place to start tomorrow, and it is above liquidity. Okay, we have this, and then we have this. All right. So tomorrow might be a rough day for us, especially for GU, because I'm not seeing anything that is making sense. I'm not seeing anything that is making any sense to us. But we leave that one like that. We leave that one like that, like that, like that, like that. And yes, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I have a free class that I do every Monday and Thursday. So if you want to join my group, you can text me on 0717 303 826. Or there is the link in bio that you can click and it will take you directly to that group. So I hope we have had a good time. I hope we've had a good time trying to check what will be happening tomorrow. So I just wish you a good Sunday. Let's meet tomorrow and kill the market as usual. Good night. Oh, good morning. Sorry. Namuende kanisa. Hatuwaende church. Hakika kanisa sasa.
si mara ya kwanza kunitoa katika magumu. Si mara ya kwanza kunitoa katika magumu. One more time, come on. Si mara ya kwanza kunitoa katika magumu. Nina ushuhuda zaidi ya moja, wewe ni mwaminifu. Nina ushuhuda zaidi ya moja, wewe ni mwaminifu. Waradabala aya, si mara ya kwanza kunitoa katika magumu. Nina ushuhuda zaidi ya moja, wewe ni mwaminifu. Yesu ni mwaminifu. Nina historia maalumu, wewe ni chemchem ya uzima. Nina ushuhuda zaidi ya moja, wewe ni mwaminifu. Come on, yeah. Nina ushuhuda zaidi ya moja, wewe ni mwaminifu. Nina ushuhuda zaidi ya moja, wewe